In this video, we're going to learn how to create a histogram to visually display data. So first, a histogram it looks like a bar chart that displays how often different groups of data occur. So we're going to break the data into pieces, to ranges, and then display how many numbers were in each range as a bar chart. So the first thing you want to do is kind of quickly scan your data if it's not in order and find the smallest number and the largest number just so you kind of are informed. So as I scan this data set, I see a 71 and a 90 as the largest data. So I'm going to probably start at 70. You don't have to start at the bottom. I'm going to say 70, and you get to choose how wide each group is. So let's just go by fives. 70 to 75, and then I'm going to do 75 to 80, 80 to 85, 85 to 90, 90 to 95, and there isn't anything bigger than that, so I can stop there, but I could go 95 to 100. Whatever my data set is, you can have decimals, it's all okay. These are called bins or classes, so I'm going to label these classes. Sometimes they're called bins. You can call them buckets, anything you want. And then I'm going to go through and create a column called tally. This allows me to just go through each number in the data set and put a tally in the right place for whichever group it landed in. You'll notice the way I structure this, it's a little bit unclear, like where would this 90 go? Does it go in this one or does it go in this one? So we'll use the rule of thumb that it'll always go in the higher one, just to be consistent. So I'm going to tally the 90 in this column, and maybe you can even cross it off. 77 would go in this range, 78 would go in this range, and so on. So you just go through the data one at a time, putting a tally where it goes. 82 would go here. 74 goes here. This way I don't have to worry about the fact that the data wasn't in order. Here's another 80 is going to go here because this one ended at 80, this one started at 80, so it goes in the higher one just to be consistent. 77, 71, 76, 84, and 81. All right, so I'm done. I've got my histogram set up. The last step is to turn this into a bar chart. So I'm going to label my x-axis with my boundaries that I just created, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, and so on. And I'm going to call this overall score. That's based on the label for the data that was given me. You always want to label an axis. And this axis is going to be how many were in each category. So you can call it tally or you can call it count. So I'm going to call this count. And this is just 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. All right, so between 70 and 75, I had 2. So I'm going to make a bar that goes up to 2. Between 75 and 80, I had 6. So I'm going to go up to the 6. And I'm just making this into a bar chart. 80 to 85, I had 4. So I'm going to label this, I'm going to make that go 4. 85 to 90, I didn't have any. That's okay. A gap is a perfectly fine feature. And then 90 to 95, I had 1. So that is a histogram, allowing me to see how the scores for this class worked out. I can kind of see how many I had in each one. Being able to visually see data is a powerful tool.